I'll add one weird footnote to that. The one thing that in the end one could say about the universe, after you cut out all of this, all these different possible rules, all these different possible description languages, the one thing that shines through is the universe is a universal computer and nothing but a universal computer. I mean, the first point is, if there is a definite rule for the universe, it means everything about the universe is determined from that rule. There are no external miracles in the universe. There's just this rule that determines how the universe works. And so then to say that the universe is a simulation would be to say there is something intentional about this rule. That somebody, some programmer programmed this rule on purpose to be this way, okay? Well, we already get into trouble trying to go take intentionality outside the domain of humans. Maybe even to animals we have trouble. But by the time we're dealing with AIs, we have a lot of trouble. And by the time we're dealing with other systems in nature, like, we might say the weather has a mind of its own. What's the weather trying to do today? Is the weather trying to make us wet? What is it trying to do? Is there a way of transferring our notion of intentionality to these other kinds of things? That's already very hard to do. So in this case, what we'd be doing is transferring intentionality to the whole universe and saying, in a sense, was something outside the universe intentionally putting in this rule? Okay, that's first problem. The second problem, that in a sense is an even worse problem, this rule-space relativity idea implies that all possible rules for the universe are in some sense equivalent. The rule that is the one that we are identifying in our sort of foliation of the universe is the one that corresponds to our particular way of understanding the universe, our particular description language for the universe. It doesn't really make any sense to say, somebody can decide on a rule, but any possible rule would work. The rule that we kind of consider is the one that is operating, is the one that fits into the description language that we can create. So it's not something you can really insert from the outside. We're really pretty unraveled in terms of being able to say the universe is a simulation. I think that really isn't a sensible thing to say, I think.